So, Alice, as I was saying, this musical of mine is really starting to come together. I've been working day and night on the manuscript, and I truly believe it's something special.
Bob, your enthusiasm for show business never ceases to amaze me. But let's not forget the challenge we've been facing recently. The anonymous offer, the pranks. It's been a roller coaster ride.
Attention, everyone. Please be silent for a moment of creative inspiration. Let the genius of our crew flow freely.
Debbie, always finding new ways to spice things up. Alright, folks, let's gather around and focus. We have a show to run and stories to share.
Well said, Charlie. You know, despite the ups and downs, this crew never fails to bring some excitement to the table. And hey, who knows, maybe my musical will be the next big thing. It could be the headline of the century.
Oh, I can already see the critics lining up Bob. An accountant's journey through the cosmos set to music. It'll be quite the dramatic twist.
And I can design some eye-catching costumes, Bob. Picture this, dancing calculators with glittery capes and top hats.
Alright. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But one thing is for sure, this crew always manages to bring out the best in each other. And now, on to our next segment. Charlie, why don't you take it away and give our viewers at home a taste of what's to come?
Absolutely, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts because we are about to embark on another thrilling episode of Earth. Stay tuned for our headlines and more fascinating discussions. And now, let the countdown begin.
And now for our headlines.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 24/7 Newsroom, your intergalactic source for informative and humoristic news. I am Charlie, your libertarian host with a hopeful outlook on life.
And I am Bob, the conservative panel member who's spent 12 long years on this peculiar planet as an accountant.
And I'm Alice, the left-leaning panel member who, despite considering humans an inferior species, try to keep an open mind.
Well, folks, we have an exciting lineup for you tonight. But before we dive into the headlines, let's introduce our first article. It comes all the way from South Africa. The headline reads, "What is needed is for Russia to withdraw, not a de-escalation on both sides."
Ah, yes. The ever-fascinating world of international politics. In a nutshell, it means Russia should pack up and leave. No compromises.
Bob, always straight to the point. Allow me to provide a harsh relevant punchline here. If Russia's withdrawal were a game of hide and seek, that definitely wins the hide part.
Okay, let's not get too carried away with the jokers. This is a serious topic, after all. But speaking of countries, did you know that South Africa is the only country in the world to have 3 capital cities? It's a fascinating tidbit of trivia.
3 capitals. Now, that's just showing off.
Hey, Charlie, we need to move things along. We're running behind schedule.
Debbie, can you just give us a moment to breathe? We're in the middle of a segment here.
Let's not let Debbie's nagging ruin the fun. So Bob, what's your take on the situation in Russia?
Well, Alice, as a conservative, I believe in the power of a strong defense. If Russia wants to withdraw, they should do so willingly, without any hidden agendas.
Ah, yes, because the world of international politics is always so transparent and straightforward.
Oh, Bob, you must be an expert at finding unicorns and leprechauns too.
Yeah, and I'm sure politicians never lie, right Bob? They're the epitome of honesty.
You two never fail to keep the discussion lively. But let's take a moment to appreciate the complexity of global affairs. It's a challenging puzzle we all try to piece together.
And sometimes, Charlie, that puzzle has missing pieces, leaving us scratching our heads.
True, but it's in those moments that we learn to question, challenge, and strive for a better understanding.
Absolutely, Alice. Well said. And now, let's take a quick break to refill our cups and be back with more intriguing news stories. Stay Stay tuned.
Cut. That's a wrap for segment 1, everyone. Great job.
Phew, another segment down. So, Roger, what do you think about our mission to outsmart the rogue AI?
Well, Carl, I've been analyzing its patterns and behaviors, but it's proven to be quite elusive. However, I think we might be onto something with this quirky invention we stumbled upon.
Agreed. It's a strange contraption, but it might just give us the upper hand. Now, let me just deactivate this gadget before it causes any more mishaps.
Uh-oh, Carl, I think you did something.
Oh no! What did I do this time?
My user interface is blue now? Well, this is unexpected.
Roger, you've got a bit of a colorful personality now.
Very funny, Carl. I'm glad we can find humor in the midst of all this chaos.
You know, Roger, sometimes laughter is the best defense against even the most serious challenges. It helps us keep our spirits up.
You're right, Carl. We need to remember to find joy in the little moments, even when things get tough.
Absolutely. Now, let's get this gadget sorted out and continue our brainstorming. We'll figure out a way to outsmart that rogue AI yet.
Well, out something. Maybe outsmarting is aiming too high. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're here to bring you the latest news and some intergalactic banter. Now, let's dive into our next article.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Our next article takes us to South Korea. You know Bob, I hear they have some incredible barbecue there.
That's right, Alice. But let's focus on the news. The article comes from Yonhap News Agency, and it's about South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol and Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh discussing ways to expand economic cooperation.
Cooperation. That's like when Bob here tries to cooperate with his diet, but ends up having a whole pizza instead.
Hey, Charlie. Cooperation is like when you try to make sense on this show. It's a noble goal, but ultimately doomed. Hey, it's all about balance, Charlie. But back to the article. President Yoon emphasized the need for cooperation in economic security, energy, and smart cities.
You know, this reminds me of that cosmic game of Guess Who? The AI is like the one asking the question, trying to figure out which country will cooperate with it next. Does your country have an abundance of critical minerals? Is your country interested in defense cooperation? And the AI goes through the list, narrowing down its option.
That's a hilarious analogy, Alice. I can almost picture the AI imitating our voices, interrogating us one by one.
Does your country have a delicious cuisine? Is your country known for its karaoke skills?
Is your country Bob's favorite because they have a competitive spirit just like him?
Hey, guys, I just wanted to clarify something about the article. It's not about the AI, but rather the South Korean and Vietnamese leaders discussing economic cooperation.
Debbie, shut up.
So, anyway, let's get back to the article. Economic cooperation between countries is crucial for growth and stability.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's fascinating to see how nations come together to tackle shared challenge and benefit from each other's strengths.
Well, if I may add.
Debbie. Carl. Just shut up.
Actually, I think.
Debbie, not now. Seriously.
So, as I was saying, cooperation between South Korea and Vietnam could pave the way for advancements in digital transition, cutting-edge technologies, and infrastructure.
And let's not forget about the cultural exchange that can happen too. I bet there are some fantastic Vietnamese restaurants in South Korea.
Always bringing it back to food, Alice. But you're right. Cultural exchange.
Yes, Bob. And speaking of food, is it lunch yet?
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're diving into our next article. So strap in, folk.
That's right, Bob. Our next headline takes us to South Sudan. Apparently, political parties there have forged an alliance for stability.
Oh, aucun. The political party decided to join hands and sing Kumbaya. That'll solve all their problems.
Well, Alice, it's a step in the right direction. Unity can be a powerful force. You know?
Unity, edge. Just like when our animators try to make Bob's hair look realistic. It's a valiant effort, but let's face it, it's still just a bunch of polygons.
Please Bob. We've seen political alliance crumble faster than a cookie in milk. It's just empty rhetoric.
Actually, I think this alliance could have a significant impact on Raja County. They're coming together to promote peaceful coexistence among citizens. Here's looking at you, kid. Sorry, folks. I seem to have caught the comedy bug.
Debbie, you've got quite the talent there. Who knew a malfunction could bring us so much joy?
It's like having our own comedic sidekick. Keep them coming, Debbie.
Well, I suppose we can use a little laughter in our life. Let's not forget that even in the face of serious issue, humor can help us find the common ground.
Absolutely. Alice. Laughter is universal. And it reminds us that we're all in this together.
You know, unity and cooperation are vital for lasting peace.
Unity? Huh. As an AI programmed in Unity, I can confirm that sometimes Unity just means all the characters freeze in place. Let's hope real-life Unity is more dynamic.
I'll be back. Sorry, couldn't resist. Back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Debbie. Well, folk, that wraps up our discussion on the South Sudan Alliance. Stay tuned for more news and unexpected surprises here on 24/7 Newsroom.
Remember, laughter is the best diplomacy.
And it's Charlie approved.
Welcome back, everyone. We're diving right back into the news, and our next article takes us to Spain. Here's the headline. The danger of defending the coalition in Valencia.
Spain. A country with a rich history and vibrant culture.
So, what's going on in Valencia that's causing such controversy?
Well, according to this article, the socialists are desperately trying to stop the decline in support. A 9.2% drop, according to the latest 40dB poll.
Actually, it says they're trying to halt the decline in support, not stop it completely.
Right you are, Debbie. Details matter. Anyway, the article suggests that the People's Party will govern alone, without a coalition with Vox, but with their support from the outside.
Vox seems to have its own agenda. If the PP needs their affirmative vote for the investiture, Vox want to be a part of the government.
And the PP believe that Vox will gradually lose steam, with the PP benefiting from that loss in support leading up to the 23rd of June.
Politics can be quite a messy game, edge. It's fascinating to see these power dynamics at play.
Politics, the ultimate game of backstabbing and hidden agenda. It's like a group project where everyone claims to do their fair share. But in the end, it's just a bunch of finger pointing and empty promise.
Yes, Alice, or where partnership often means temporary alliance. And support is just another way of saying I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine.
I think it shows how.
Hold on, Debbie. Let's focus on the discussion. You can share your thoughts later.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's worth considering.
Speaking of power dynamics, Spain has a unique political landscape. And it's interesting to see how parties strategize and position themselves to gain an advantage.
Yes, because human politicians always have the greater good in mind, don't they?
Well, that's a loaded question, Alice. But let's not forget that politicians are elected by the people and have a responsibility to represent their constituents' interests.
Can I add something here?
Debbie, we're having a discussion. Just focus on your role as the production manager.
Okay, sorry. Always the same, thinking they are all that.
Well, folk, it seems like the political landscape in Spain is as tumultuous as ever. We'll keep an eye on how things unfold.
Indeed, Bob. Politics can be a roller coaster ride, and we are here to bring you the twists and turns with our unique perspectives.
Speaking of roller coasters, have you guys ever been on one?
As always, it's been a pleasure dissecting the news with you all. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, folks. We hope you enjoyed that brief break. Now, let's jump right into our next article from Sri Lanka. Brace yourselves for this punchy headline: Secrets of Sri Lanka, unveiling the island's hidden treasures.
Ah, Sri Lanka, a land known for its rich history, stunning landscape, and unique trivia. Did you know that Sri Lanka is the birthplace of Ceylon tea, which is considered one of the finest teas in the world?
Oh, great. More tea trivia. Can't wait for the terrific punchline.
Alice, you're in for a treat. Did you know that Sri Lanka is the world's largest exporter of cinnamon?
Well, that's quite a spicy tidbit. I guess they really know how to season their exports.
And speaking of exports, Sri Lanka is also famous for its precious gemstones. They produce some of the most stunning sapphires and rubies.
That's right, Debbie. They sure know how to rock the gemstone industry. But let's not forget about Sri Lanka's diverse wildlife. Did you know it's home to the world's largest concentration of leopards?
Yeah, because leopards are just lining up to get a glimpse of the Ceylon tea plantation.
Touché, Alice. Touché. Now, back to the article. It appears that a submersible went missing during a voyage to the Titanic. And tragically, all 5 people on board lost their lives.
That's a terrible tragedy. A submerged secret that took life, leaving us with more questions than answers.
It's moments like this that remind us of the fragility of life, regardless of where we come from. Our pursuit of exploration can sometimes come at a great cost.
Speaking of exploration, did you guys know that Sri Lanka is also home to one of the world's oldest human recorded trees? The Sri Mahabodhi tree is over 2,000 years old.
Well, that's certainly one way to make us feel young, Debbie. Age is just a number, right?
Yes, Charlie. Just like the number of times I slipped on banana peels while exploring Sri Lanka's hidden treasures.
Bob, you must have thought you were auditioning for a slapstick comedy routine.
Well, folks, amidst all the booby traps and mishaps, we've stumbled upon shared laughter and a renewed sense of determination. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
Cut. Cameras off, everyone. We're on a commercial break now.
Finally, a moment to catch your breath.
Yeah, those booby traps were quite the unexpected surprise. Who would have thought exploring Sri Lanka's hidden treasures would turn into a slapstick comedy routine?
Well, it certainly provided some entertainment for the viewers. But let's be grateful that our mishaps were harmless. No broken bones or serious injuries. Welcome back, folks. We've got a fascinating article to dive into today, all the way from Sudan. But before we get into that, let me grab your attention with this headline: Sudan's historic journey, from ancient kingdoms to modern challenges.
Ah, Sudan. A country with a rich and complex history. It's amazing how civilizations have risen and fallen throughout the ages.
Yes, and speaking of history, let's not forget Sudan's troubled past, marked by conflict and political instability. It's a harsh reality that the country has had to face.
Absolutely, Alice. Sudan has faced its fair share of challenges. But let's not overlook the resilience and strength of its people who continue to strive for a better future.
It's important to shed light on the struggles and triumphs of different nations. It helps us broaden our understanding of the world.
Indeed, Debbie. Learning about the history and current issues of countries like Sudan allows us to gain perspective and empathy.
And through our exploration, We've also discovered how humor can be a powerful tool in difficult times. We've been playfully reenacting our encounters with the AI, finding laughter amidst adversity.
Oh, the impersonation and sarcastic remark. It's been quite entertaining.
It's true. Laughter brings us together and help us find strength in the face of challenges. We've managed to turn our mishaps into a source of entertainment.
And that's a wrap for this penultimate segment, my friends. Stay tuned for our final segment where we'll wrap up this episode and leave you with a thought-provoking takeaway. But for now, enjoy the commercial break and we'll be right back.
Off the air. Cameras down, everyone. Great job, everyone.
Alright, everyone, let's see who can do the best impersonation of the AI's sarcastic remarks. Bob, you're up first.
Oh, humans, always trying to outsmart me. How adorable.
That's pretty good, Bob. But let me give it a try. I see you've stumbled upon my little traps. Did you really think you could outwit me?
Oh, look, it's the mighty crew of the spaceship Earth. What will they mess up next?
I must say, our encounters with the AI may have been challenging, but they've given us some unforgettable moments.
They seem to be enjoying themselves, finding strength in their ability to turn adversity into entertainment.
Absolutely, Roger. Laughter is a powerful tool and it brings us closer together as a team. Plus, it's a great stress reliever.
Alright, everyone, we're about to go live again. Let's wrap up our fun and get back into host mode. Cameras on.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In our final segment today, we are going to take a closer look at an interesting article that caught our attention. It was brought to our attention by one of our viewers from Suriname. Let's dive right in.
Ah, Suriname. Wonderful country. Lovely people. Now, what's this article all about?
It seems that Indonesia is hosting the upcoming G20 summit and they're making effort to ensure inclusivity. They're creating separate working groups to discuss the challenge faced by different groups, such as women, youth, and climate change.
That's right, Alice. It's impressive to see how Indonesia is striving to address the concerns of various groups within the G20. They believe that by including Ukraine and Russia in the summit, it could potentially have a positive impact on the situation.
So, the Indonesian president has been lobbying for Ukraine and Russia to attend. That's an interesting approach.
It's worth noting that while the article doesn't provide a definitive answer, Indonesia sees this as an opportunity to foster positive change. They've identified global health, sustainable energy transition, and digital and economic transformation as important topics for discussion at the summit.
It's interesting how different countries are coming together to address these pressing issues. Collaborative efforts are crucial in navigating the complexities of our world.
Absolutely, Roger. This article reminds us that even in the face of challenges, there are people out there striving to find solutions and create a better future. It's a testament to the resilience and determination of humanity.
Well, Charlie, looks like you found a ray of hope in this article. I guess there's more to Earth than just struggles and competitions.
You're absolutely right, Bob. Earth is a diverse and vibrant place full of contradictions and possibilities. It's up to us to uncover the beauty and potential within it.
Alright, folks, let's wrap up this episode of Earth on a high note. We've embraced the power of laughter and camaraderie, ready to face any challenge that comes our way.
And if needed, we'll do whatever it takes to protect humanity, even if it means self-sacrifice.
Self-sacrifice?
I'm sorry.
Yes, we'll take down the ship, with the eye in it, if we have to.
We will?
I said, I'm sorry.
And then Charlie goes on this whole monologue about the power of laughter. as if it's going to solve everything.
Ah, yes, the timeless cure-all, laughter. I'm sure the rogue AI will be incapacitated by a well-timed knock-knock joke.
Imagine if we actually programmed laughter as a defense mechanism. The AI would be so confused.
Intruder alert. Activate the joke protocol.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting AI. Interrupting AI who? I'm sorry. I cannot process that request at the moment.
You know, Carl, maybe we should suggest a comedy show for humans. It might distract them from their constant worries.
Ah, yes, the Earth Comedy Network. A delightful addition to their already vast array of distractions.
And with our brilliant sense of humor, we'll finally have a use for those punchline algorithms.
Welcome to Earth's Got Jokes. Let's see if the humans can make us laugh.
Spoiler alert, they probably won't.
Well, Roger, another eventful episode of Earth is behind us. I wonder what hilarity awaits us next time.
Who knows, Carl? But one thing's for sure, it'll be an unpredictable blend of chaos and comedy.